Welcome back to part 3 of this week's episode of The Weekly Whatever. When we left off, we stopped right before revealing Chris's number one favorite show of all time. And we are still playing Modern Warfare 2. So in the background.
It's a great game.
It's there, yeah. And we found a lobby that isn't full of complete lag. So this should be
Which is
interesting.
awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely. So when I'm done with my list, we'll wrap things up with some honorable mentions.
Sure.
But it's time to get to it.
I'm
And my
excited.
number one is going to be no surprise to anyone who knows me. It's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love this show so much. It's alarming. It's ridiculous. It's over the top. It's everything it probably shouldn't be, but is. See, the reason why I love Buffy so much is that it kind of just got into my head, and it represents, like, when I was a kid, you know, I'm into, like, Star Wars, obviously.
Yeah.
Into Marvel Comics, obviously. Spider-Man, X-Men, all that good stuff. Harry Potter was huge for me,
Yeah.
like, as I know it was for you.
Oh, yeah.
But Buffy was the first thing that really blew my head up in terms of, like, lore and characters and stuff on the same level as those kinds of things.
Really?
There was never anything like Battlestar Galactica was awesome, you know,
Sure.
Fringe, Heroes. There were a lot of good shows, but
Yeah.
nothing that was like, this is so damn good, and it's just like completely taken over everything
Yeah.
I think about while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So, Buffy's amazing. The character development, the writing, like the themes of it were really awesome for me. Like, they just sort of take you through these things that exist, like high school, and how you can translate that into these horrible monsters or creatures or whatever that
Yeah.
sort of lurk in the back of your mind, or in the halls of your high school or whatever. You
Yeah.
know? And then they continued that when they got to university, and when they just were out in the real world.
Yeah.
And it just fascinated me that the writing was just so strong. So yeah,
Yeah. No,
it's funny. Or go ahead.
No, it's your show, man. I was just gonna agree with you.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about this show.
Yeah, it's cool.
I watched a lot of it,
Yes, you did.
but the body
yeah,
is probably my number one favorite. Well, not my favorite, but I think the best thing I've ever seen on TV, because
sorry.
it's not my favorite because I don't want to watch it all the time.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't sit down and just watch that. 'Cause
Sure. It
it's
would
violently
you would
painful.
end up killing yourself from depression. Yeah.
But it's very good. Like, I've never seen a show like just take you through the aftermath of a character's death and really just show you how everyone deals with it in their
Yeah.
own really sort of painful way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Really interesting. And it you know, personally for Joss, it was something that he made after his own mother died,
Really.
and it was sudden for him as well. So it was
Oh,
kind of the way he wanted to depict it for Buffy.
wow. I don't actually. I'm sure I did know that. I'm sure you've told me that, but I had forgotten that fact. That's really interesting.
Yeah. So beyond that, I mean, there's something else I wanted to mention. It's kind of not in my head anymore. Oh well.
God will do that to you.
Yeah.
Isn't the greatest show for being able to maintain like one thought.
Train of thought.
whole
Oh,
way
the greatest
through
game. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not it's really I'm finding it exceedingly difficult to put an intelligent thought together while playing this game.
Yeah. It's
So
fun at least.
I'm having so much
fun.
goddamn fun.
Conversation is good.
I was like on a huge
Good.
streak and then I jumped off the map. And that's why I kind of laughed.
Nice.
Because I'm
Yeah.
really bad at this game. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, like, I started Buffy for kind of a dumb reason. Like, the only reason why I even picked up the show was because I felt like watching something with Allison Hannigan in it.
nice.
Like, I just got off a kick of How I Met Your Mother, and it was done for this season.
Right.
I was like, what am I gonna do? And I watched like all the American Pie movies. I was like, okay, what else is she in?
And
And I was
that's
like, oh, Buffy. So I watched like the first few episodes and I'm like, this is so cheesy but hilarious.
Yeah.
And then it gets to season 2 and halfway through, Angel turns and it's like,
That's fucked up.
whoa,
That's one of the
what is this?
darkest things I've ever seen on
What
television.
the fuck? Yeah, it was.
Like
That's
that was kind of a fucked up thing. And
Oh.
yeah, no, it was brilliant. Like it's so dark and feels so real. Like you could just picture that happening, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of it.
yeah, and yeah, I mean that's Buffy for you, man. Just
Yeah.
such an incredibly well done show. It's just such a great commentary on real life stuff a lot of the time. Okay, this guy, his host is too real. I can't kill him. I still can't kill him. I can't. Okay, I died. Wow. I'm gonna make a montage of how bad I am.
montage.
Yeah, Buffy for me, it was a really good show. It's just a lot, and it was hard to keep my attention for a lot of it.
Oh.
Like I would watch it. I like it. I'm interested in it, but I can't just be watching Buffy. I need more. But yeah, there's just certain episodes of that show that that really resonate. For me, the body wasn't one of them.
I take full responsibility for that.
Yeah. We had mentioned that on the show before. Is you told me so much about the show, or that episode, and how amazing this one episode was. And this was right after actually we watched season 3, episode 9 of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
There's a guy just like sitting over here, the loser. And I'm like, all right, so it's on that same level, and so I watched 6 seasons of Buffy to get there. And you told me like there's no music in the episode, and I recognized
so
that.
Good.
And I was like, oh,
I shouldn't have said that.
No.
Because when you're aware of it, it doesn't have the same impact.
Well,
You're just
yeah,
sort of thinking
I
about,
was
there's
aware of
music,
it.
that's
I
weird.
was just like, oh, okay, so.
Yeah. It doesn't have a chance to like mess with your head because you just know exactly what it's doing to you.
Yeah. It was a little disappointing. Wow, I put up big numbers that game.
Wow, nice.
It was a little disappointing. I can understand.
Them shots.
Yeah, man. Fucking, that was a double easy. I can understand what it's doing and why it has such an impact on people. But yeah, it was like I was kind of staring at the strings and not the puppet, so it didn't resonate for me. But the story arc with Angel in season 2, that hit hard. Like that was fucked up, and like I don't relate to it, but it's just so creepy and real. It's unbelievably well done. So that for me is probably the highlight of the series for me. Is that story and that part of the series.
I think one of the highlights for me is probably Restless, which was kind of smack dab in the middle of the series. It's the finale of season 4.
Yeah.
And what they did with that season was they built up the entire arc with the big bad being Adam, and they defeat him in this big finale climax, but it was the second last episode.
Yeah.
And then in the last episode, it's like this weird coda where they just sort of it's like a dream sequence for each of the characters.
Yeah.
And they go through sort of all the internalizations of everything that's happened to them so far, while also foreshadowing everything that's going to be happening to them in the rest of the show. And I think that episode to me demonstrates like J.K. Rowling levels of forethought and really deep understanding of the characters that he's written.
Right.
And I love it. So, yeah, Joss Whedon, everybody.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. One thing I also want to touch on that I'm sure you did, or maybe you didn't. I have no idea what you had planned, but it's something that we both love a lot, which is Once More with Feeling.
Oh yeah, I wasn't planning on saying anything about that, but yes.
It's the musical episode in season 6, and when I first watched it, wow, He just hopped into a corner. I hate you so much. When I first watched it, you asked me, you know, between like that and Doctor Horrible, you know, like which did I prefer? And I answered Doctor Horrible because I liked the story a lot more. And you're like you were talking about how great Once More This Feeling was because it was actually driving this overarching story forward, and how brilliant that is, while also still being a musical episode. And having now watched Once More With Feeling a few times, a few, once or twice, I absolutely agree with you now that it's infinitely better than Doctor Horrible, which is incredible in its own right.
Oh yeah.
I
Love
just
me some Doctor Horrible.
Yeah, I just think the way that Once More With Feeling can drive this story forward. And it really drove it forward. It aired a lot of dirty laundry, and well, not really. That's probably the wrong word to use, expression to use for it. But it progressed so many different plot lines for that show that, while also being just a really cool episode with great songs, it's
so good.
It's a really, really well done episode, and yeah, I completely agree with you that. That's got to be above Doctor Horrible.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, Once More With Feeling, yeah. There's not much more I can add. It's just so damn good.
It really, yeah. It's just, it's something that they should definitely do with Shield.
Oh man, absolutely. That's a fun thing to say because I was just thinking that the other day. The other day being literally yesterday. Because I was like, what was it? Oh yeah, I watched Mulan for no reason. I was like, because
Really?
Ming-Na Wen kicked a lot of ass in the recent episode.
Okay.
And I was like, Ming-Na Wen's great. Let's watch Mulan again. And so I did that. And she sings in Mulan.
Okay.
And she's a really good singer. So I was like, they could crush a musical episode.
They really could.
Yeah. That's why it's fun that you mentioned that.
That's pretty funny. Oh, wow. My pills are too strong for that camp. Oh my god, this Fed guy camping with G18s and being -2. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yes.
How good do you have to be? No, get inside, get inside, get inside! Fucking butts! Alright.
You ready to rock some honorable mentions?
I'm so ready to rock these honorable mentions, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
Also,
man.
tubes. That's it, just tubes.
Tubes are super cool, you guys.
SpongeBob is my hero. Okay. So,
I have a pred. Oops.
honorable mentions, camping with tubes. I've died a lot. I should try to be an amount of less reckless. Or fuck that.
Nah.
I'm going for a Chris score this game.
For score. For reference to our viewers who don't know what that is, a Chris score is when you have an extremely high amount of both kills and deaths.
It's gonna be a thing.
For a high number of encounters. That's purely the name of the game.
It's gonna be a thing.
The score.
Like the lemon law.
Yeah.
It's the Chris the Lemming law.
Nice.
Oh, they have a chopper gunner? Really? That's cool. I love care packages.
Okay, rocking the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
A name that's actually come up, being How I Met Your Mother, leading to me watching Buffy, is absolutely an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
I love the crap out of that show, and I've watched it since the day it first aired.
That's
in
pretty crazy.
2004? Yeah, 2005 probably. Great show. It's maybe worn out a bit of its welcome. I wouldn't say it's really bad. Like, this last season has been great, but there were a couple seasons there, like season 6 and 7, that were a bit middling.
Really?
So that kind of prevents it from placing on my list.
Okay.
However, still a really fun show.
Yeah.
You should check it out. You're gonna watch it.
I'm watching it. I'm near the end of season 1. I've already seen up through season 6, but I am watching. I'm watching it again from the beginning, and then I'll be done by the time. Wow, I'm so tired of dying to tubes. Holy fuck, this game. But I'm gonna probably be catching up by the time, or certainly by the time that's over. So I'll be able to time that quite nicely
Fun.
and enjoy all the emotions and stuff. Wow,
Yes.
there's the amount of camping with tubes. Like, don't you get bored with like being
One to
so
win.
bad? You
Yeah.
still lost. Like, God. All right. Okay, that's a good honorable mention for me. I'm just gonna mention two because they're kind of two for me. It's Buffy and Angel.
Yay, Buffy and Angel.
Buffy was number 6 on my list. It just missed it.
Oh.
Angel I had all the way down at 10, but they kind of go hand in hand. I actually liked the final season of Angel better than Buffy
Huh.
as a whole. I thought I just liked the character. I liked Amy Acker. I liked Fred more.
Man.
And I really like Alexis Denisov as Wesley on Angel. I fucking loved that storyline. That's kind of it. Those two.
Yeah.
I mean, J. August Richards, he was good. I didn't mind him. Angel was actually my least favorite on the cast on his own show.
That's fun.
But season 5, I would watch it
Season 5 was
again.
Damn
But-
good.
I don't want to have to go through the first 4 seasons.
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
why what you do is you watch Buffy all the way through, and then when Spike leaves Buffy at the end and he goes to Angel, you just go to Angel
season 5.
Yeah. This is how I do it.
Right. And also, yeah, James Marsters as Spike on Angel season 5.
So good.
I love it.
What they really did with season 5 was they really pushed the comedy aspect of it, which they
Yeah.
hadn't done at all. It was so damn funny.
I don't think they could have without James Marsters though. I think he's
Nah,
such a huge
true.
part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they
Yep.
needed that.
But then on top of that, they also bring the pain real hard
oh
for the
my
whole
God.
world.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah. That episode is it's kind of messed up.
So messed up. It's
It-
just wrong.
That was an emotional thing. And that was like way more emotional than anything on Buffy for me. That was like, holy shit, that was fucked up. Wow. There's a guy over here.
Yeah. Hole in the World is why Amy Acker is just an incredible actress. She brings it.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and the tubes. There's that, and then she's also in Epitaph 1, and she's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right there at the end, and that is just fucking not quite as gut wrenching, but it is emotional at the end of that episode.
Can't
Um,
argue with that.
So she just, I don't know, man. She's got me by the heart, making me feel all the feels and everything she does. And yeah, so those are my are 2 of my honorable mentions.
Yep. Yeah, Angel definitely appears in my honorable mentions alongside Firefly,
Oh yeah.
which I'm kind of sad that I couldn't put. But I mean, one season, it's not really enough to, like, blow up my brain, I guess.
Right.
Out of Gas being a sensational episode, probably better than anything Angel did from seasons 1 to 4.
Really.
Yeah. You should watch Firefly, dude. Like,
Yeah. People say that.
Oh man,
Like,
you
a
will
lot
love
of
it.
People.
There's no reason for you to not like it because you love weed and stuff so much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh
just
yeah.
gotta take the time and do it.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. I'm not actively avoiding it. It's just something I have not done.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a guy. I suck at sniping. Oh, he got back up from Final Stand. Damn it. Oh, inside the house. That's cute. Okay. Yeah, I want to watch Firefly. It's just it's a timing thing. Everything is all about time. It's just, do I? Oh wow, I'm bad, and I died. Do I have enough time to watch this, and that's why I haven't gotten through more of Sherlock, and that's why I haven't watched Firefly. I want to watch them, but I need to be able to pay attention, and I also happen to play a lot of video games, so
Yep.
it's just
Hard.
that
First world
balancing
problems.
act. Yeah, first world problem, exactly. I don't have all the time for all these amazing things I want to do.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's it's on the list of things to do. It's just not there yet. Next for me, this is one I don't even know how. Like, I don't understand this myself. This makes no sense to me. But MythBusters, when we started talking about favorite shows, I'm like, oh yeah, MythBusters. And I mean, you know, I'm just through the wall headshot. That's fucking awesome.
Nice.
That was just like, wait, what? I what's in my top 10? And how? Okay, MythBusters is there. All right, I'm down. Oh wow, can you go just fucking kill yourself? This game brings out the best in me. I hit Margaret him in the fucking face. All right, MythBusters. It's weird. Like, I don't love the show, but once I start watching, that's what I'm doing now. I'm just watching MythBusters for a while. And for some reason, it's just right there on my list. And okay, are we having fun yet? The camping is so real, this game.
Yo, wow, yeah, you're right. I'm like super nego.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome. That's what you want.
That guy did not move. Oh, it's that guy. We saw him earlier in the laggy lobby.
Oh.
He liked to sit in every corner and not move ever.
Huh.
I liked him a lot. We were good buds.
Sad, bros.
So yeah, MythBusters for me gets a really weird honorable mention.
It's fun. I actually don't watch that show, which people are always surprised by because, you know, I like science.
Yeah,
and
you like science. You would love that show if you watched it.
Yeah. I've just never bothered, never taken the time out to start it up.
Oh, I suck. Really? Oh, he did. He hit that shot. Good for him. Ooh, that's gotta suck about that fucking sentry gun. Do you have any other honorable mentions on your list?
Yes.
Right, yes. You would have a lot more than I would.
Okay, moving on. Arrested Development is a big one for me. That was sad I couldn't put. Like, that's up there with Community in terms of, like, insane smartness of comedy. Like, just, wow. Like, every single episode of Arrested Development is so dense with comedy. Like, there's visual stuff, there's wordplay, there's character stuff, there, you know, cultural references. It's just nonstop. Every frame of it, every single moment has something that you're probably missing that is funny. And when you go back and watch it again, you're just like, wait, what? That? Oh man, that's so funny. And there's always something new to discover.
Huh.
And it's so good. So yeah. I feel bad putting Community and not that.
Right.
But that's just the way it goes, I guess.
Wow. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
This guy's really good.
Oh, he seems like a pro. Look at that.
I wish I was his best friend. He's probably really intelligent.
Yeah. Are you completely out of honorable mention?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
I can do another one that I already mentioned. And okay, we guessed what each other's top 5 were gonna be, as we did before, and I think we already mentioned that. But originally you had guessed you guessed The Walking Dead, Survivor, and Game of Thrones. I don't know if it was that order, but you guessed those 3 first.
Yep.
And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna get 5 for 5. All right. Then you said Big Brother, and I'm like, oh no, that's wrong. And then he said Friends, and I already mentioned Big Brother, and we talked about that a little bit. But Friends, for me, I had that at number 9 if we were gonna do a top 10, right before Angel. I grew up watching Friends. It was my favorite show growing up. it's such a great comedy, but I've seen it so much now that it's kind of lost some of that effect. Um,
Yeah.
I think just when you really get down to it, Community is a smarter, better show. And that is the only reason that Community is so much higher. And I kind of just had to. I think if there wasn't Community, Friends might have actually made it into the top 5 just because it did mean a lot. It was a really big show for me when I was a kid, but it's not better than any of the other shows in my top 5. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the tubes have started already.
Oh yeah, they have.
Holy shit. I'm about to bust out my tube classes. Go off on these clowns.
So next up, honorable mention from me would be Star Trek, Next Generation, and Voyager. Do I have to choose? It's honorable mentions, right?
It's honorable mentions.
whatever I want?
Do whatever the fuck. It's the weekly whatever, man.
Yeah.
Wape shit.
Please say. So yeah, those are both like really, really awesome shows. That. Oh yeah. Sorry, I just got a pred.
I'm really proud
I
of
had
you.
to crush that. Moving on. Yeah. Okay, so if we want to talk about like shows that really influence the reasons why I like shows that I really love that are on my list, Voyager is definitely one of them in terms of like really strong female lead, really interesting characters, and you know, crazy twists. Star Trek Voyager is a fantastic show,
Oh my
and I miss it. But Star Trek is kind of dead for television now. Which makes me sad. World's really sad, bros.
Yeah, it's really sad, bros. And I'm really sad. It's called sad.
Yeah. You know. That stuff.
That stuff, yeah. Oh my god, the camping is so dumb. Tubes, camps, everything. That wasn't
That's
camping.
too hectic.
I don't really know why I said camping, but it's the amount of tubes. It drives me ape
It's
shit.
ridiculous.
It's
Man, I
just-
was doing so well, and now I'm just getting tubed out constantly.
Yeah, you gotta get up top.
Nah, fuck that. I never go up top on this map.
Alright.
Now I'm getting tubed out, so maybe I should go up top.
Yeah. It's kind of what I'm thinking.
You're wrong.
Ooh, I'm glad that didn't hit me. Okay, he's just fucking sitting there looking for me. That's cute. Alright. I'm gonna have to tube this guy. He's going for a care package. Alright, so yeah, Star Trek. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it could make a comeback on television at some point. I think it needs to just be away for a bit, and then it'll kind of build that, like, you know, oh my god, Star Trek's coming back hype, if someone wants to resurrect it, and it would probably be pretty successful if done, obviously, correctly.
Yeah. It could happen. I just don't think it will happen because, I don't know. They seem to rely really heavily on star power and stuff with the movies. And I don't think they could do something like that with that kind of budget, that kind of special effects on TV.
Right. Can that guy die, please? Holy fuck.
Oh, that game.
Dude, this guy took 9 years to die. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, P90.
Can he die? What the fuck? This game. Holy shit. I'm too used to Ghosts where people just, you know, die when you shoot them a couple times. Apparently I used my whole clip. I'm gonna vote this map. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have no opinion on Star Trek really because I don't watch it. I
Yeah,
have an interest in it.
yeah.
But
Not for
you know,
everyone.
no, I'd probably like it if I watched it, but I don't know.
People draw that line at Star Trek. It's a line that I've always seen.
Yeah.
And my line used to be amusingly Dungeons and Dragons, and I crossed that threshold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's the line for a lot of people that they're just like, oh, no, Star Trek's too nerdy for me. Not into that. But-
Yeah. Once we did the D&D thing, is like, yeah, fuck it. I'll I don't care how geeky it is. I'll fucking do it probably.
Yeah.
Maybe not cosplay. Probably wouldn't cosplay.
Yeah, my new line is LARPing.
Yeah.
I really hope I don't cross that. But yeah.
But if you do, you can be like this geeky kid who has a crush on some other girl, and then Paul Rudd can be your big.
My big?
Yeah. I'm referencing role models.
I know, but
Okay.
big? Is that the word?
It's the big.
Like,
Yeah, he was the big. He's your big.
okay. I don't remember that well.
Police. It's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched the movie a lot.
It's a great movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah, so that was in pairs, Voyager and The Next Generation.
Yeah.
The rest of mine are probably going to be pairs as well.
Okay.
Faulty Towers and Monty Python's Flying Circus. Honorable mentions, Faux Show. British comedies that are just so freaking good. Like, just holy crap. You don't really watch anything.
No,
British, so
I don't.
sad. But they're amazing, and you should watch them. It's like, it's this whole different style of comedy. Like, it's completely off the wall, absurd, insane stuff. And it's just so goddamn funny. Like, it's immeasurably quotable too. That's one thing that drew me to it. Like,
Right.
once you start getting into Monty Python, the quotes just flow. It's beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of
Yeah.
do that too. Is quote Monty Python. I don't know. I've never got it. I never really thought it was that funny. I know people in real life that you know how like there was like, oh, this reminds me of this sketch. And they'll describe it to you, expecting you to laugh.
Because it's
like,
funny.
Yeah, you're describing a funny setting. Like, you're not telling me a joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's not like they can act it out.
No,
They have to just describe
exactly.
it and hope
So
that you
it's
know.
not a very good thing to like try and do. Just don't.
You can only really share it if both parties are fully aware of everything.
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard to like make someone get into it just by telling them
Yeah.
stuff.
That drives me nuts. I don't find it funny. Like, stop. But I don't want to be a dick, so it's like, oh yeah, humor.
It's amazing, and I love it. Yep.
Yeah.
So those things.
Those things, that stuff.
That stuff.
Okay, there's
And my last pair of shows that get honorable mentions are The Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Oh my
Yeah.
god, those shows. Those are amazing shows. Those are shows that influence the shows that we love on a huge level.
Really?
Like the writing and the twists, not the character development so much, but just the style, like science fiction. Like Dollhouse wouldn't be a thing without the Twilight Zone, I can tell you that. Like Rod Serling is the godfather of televised science fiction, and he is incredibly creative. And if you watch Twilight Zone now, like a lot of them really hold up so well, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow. Hit markers are so cool.
I don't know if you remember, like even stuff like Family Guy, like what's his name? Seth MacFarlane is a huge fan of Twilight Zone. Like he'll make references to specific Twilight Zone episodes and episodes of Family Guy, at least
Right.
early ones that we used to watch.
Right.
So, yeah, huge, really important shows.
Cool.
Alfred Hitchcock as well, being incredibly influential
Right.
and awesome. And I watched the shit out of that. Like, I remember one time we got the DVDs of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and my family, we just sort of popped the first one in, and we're like, all right, let's just check this out. Because we used to like watch one or two episodes like when they were on when we were kids,
Right.
and so we got our hands on the DVDs and we started watching them, and we were just glued to them. And we ripped through it
Really?
in, like a month.
Wow.
It was awesome. That was great fun.
Damn.
But yeah. Are you out of honorable mentions now?
There's a few like oh wow, this guy's amazing. A lot of my shows that I thought of when we decided to do this show was there's a lot of sitcoms. Kind of discovered I don't watch that many dramas or thriller shows. I watch a lot of comedy, and one that really, well, I can't pick one. Okay, there's a lot. First of all, The Office I think is just a brilliant show. I think it just kind of filled a void of like that kind of commentary on all that shit at the time. So that's one. Modern Family just kind of missed out on my top 10.
Yeah.
So that was one that I really wanted to mention. Seinfeld, it's a very unique show.
Absolutely. Modern Family. I wish I thought of that. Yeah, because I freaking love that show.
I can't believe
it's an incredible show.
Yeah, I mean, you're up to date even. I'm not.
That show, like, gets me. Like, I always feel like any of that could be, well, parts of it could be my family. Like, particularly Phil being my dad, I guess.
Really?
Not much beyond that, but yeah, absolutely. Like, everyone, all my other family members say that all the time. It's like, if you became a real estate agent, you'd be Phil Dunphy. That's just a fact.
Wow.
So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that, but I guess that makes some sense. Fuck this guy in particular. Right. Yeah, though Seinfeld, 30 Rock, kind of. It's another smart show, but yeah.
Never really resonated with me.
No, it was.
And Tina Fey is awesome.
Tina Fey is awesome. Blonde Tina Fey is also kind of awesome, and Parks and Rec is really funny.
I was like, Tina Fey went blonde? I don't remember that.
No, it's just, blonde Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Let's get these guys, Chris. Let's get them.
Gack 'em.
Okay, you got them. Good job. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
You gonna get that guy? Because I'm not. There's a guy beside you in the grass.
Where?
Oh, he died. He died.
I literally just started shooting everywhere.
Some teammate got him. Ooh, I got him through the window. Amazing. On the right. Yeah, call it, motherfucker. I think that guy's AFK.
He was fully on radar, but yeah, call it.
Yeah. We nailed that.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
That was Lemming Stomp.
Yeah. A little bit.
Most games have been Lemming Stomp.
Yeah, well, I've been really bad. Like, I'm really kind of upset with how poorly I've done.
I guess when you do worse than me, that's not good performance.
It's not okay. Apparently I can't talk and play.
Yeah.
Apparently. You can apparently. I don't know.
I can. Yeah.
That was a fun surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one show. I have not had a single drink. One show I'd want to mention just because it gets so little love, and it's such a funny show.
Excited.
It's Kenny versus Spenny. And it's off the air, and it's been off for a while. It only had 6 seasons, I think.
Only 6. Wow.
Only 6. It deserved way more.
Show. Oh my god. Just 6.
It deserved way more. That's a fucking Whedon fan being super salty. It's such a funny show that it's so unique. If you don't know what it is, it's just 2 friends that have competitions every week, and whoever loses has to do a humiliation that's decided by the winner. And it's just brilliant. It's basically just Kenny, who's like this evil mastermind type guy, fucking with his friend. And like Spenny, whose actual name is Spencer, but Kenny versus Spencer doesn't really roll off the tongue. Spenny takes it really seriously, and he tries to like be a positive role model and take it seriously, and Kenny just undermines the whole fucking thing. Like, they had one competition where they sell Bibles. That was the competition. Who can sell more Bibles? That was the whole competition. And so Spenny was trying to be super, serious and like, don't fuck around. It's the Bible. Be sensitive. And Kenny just went, okay. And he spent the entire show convincing Spenny that a screenplay he had written a while ago was being purchased by Robert De Niro, and that Spenny needs to go to Hollywood immediately. And he hired like a voice actor to kind of mimic it. He was like a fake De Niro impersonator. And so they called him on the phone and convinced him that this was being bought. And they bought him a plane ticket. And so Spenny just went to Hollywood instead of selling Bibles. And Kenny won the competition because, as like a mockery thing, Spenny sold him Bibles. Spenny's like, I'm done with this show, it's stupid. And he's like, here, you win, congratulations. And he sells Kenny some Bibles, and those are the only Bibles Kenny sold, and that's how he won the competition. It's so funny. It's not like high level humor. It's just really when you don't want to think and you're tired and you can just fuck around. It's that, and it's awesome.
Nice.
And more people need to watch that show. And I know the most ironic thing that I just kind of noticed, and that guy has pills, is that I was like, hey, fucking people that are like, this is really funny because these reasons, and then I just kind of did the same thing.
Yeah. No, I picked up on that.
Yeah, let me be super
cool.
hypocritical. It's a hard thing to explain. If somebody says comedy sketch, I don't need them to tell me a comedy sketch.
Comedy. There's comedy going off that scent.
Oh man, we're referencing what? Bo Burnham's comedy show. I don't want to talk about it here because we should talk about it at a later date, in full capacity.
On its own thing.
Yeah,
like a whole episode just that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because it really earns it. It's brilliant, and I'm gonna start talking about it, so we should move on.
Yes. Okay. Another show, like as you said, some shows just really don't get the credit, the recognition they deserve.
Yeah.
You know, another show it's like that. People don't really talk about it. You know, no one ever doesn't really win any awards or anything. Breaking Bad. Oh wait, no, it's the opposite, isn't it?
No.
But
well, I mean, it was a pretty bad show, so.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. Didn't make it on my list just because I don't know. I can't really explain why. It's just didn't resonate with me on the level that the other shows did.
Bad shows often don't. So.
Wow. Minecraft 2.0.
Right? My Minecraft brother.
Breaking Bad, you guys.
Yeah, you should watch it, guys. You should check it out. It did okay in the awards and stuff. Wow, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It won the occasional Emmy.
It did okay. Yeah.
No. Whatever.
Yeah. It's fine.
I'm just dying constantly.
Nice.
I'm -10.
You're -10? Oh god. The camping with G18s, and that wasn't the time where he killed me, but he just lies down with his G18s and just sits there. This dude is like my hero.
What the fuck? What is this game? Okay. Other honorable mentions, do I have any? House of Cards, great show. Holy crap.
That's another one
I don't have much to say because people should just watch it. It's on Netflix and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, IT Crowd as well. Super funny.
Oh yeah, that's a show that's not that good.
Check it out.
It's a good call. What? Oh, it's lagging.
Else?
Are you lagging? Is it just me?
I think I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me though?
And yes, I'm definitely lagging super hard all game. That is reasons.
Okay. I'm not able to move. I got booted.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Oh, you got booted. That's sad.
I got completely booted. Client command overflow. So that's cool. Do we have anything else that we want to cover? Because because one of the two of us was in charge of time, and it's now twice the amount of time that we had agreed that it was gonna go. I'm not sure who it was that was in charge of time. It was
somebody.
Probably one of the two of us that was.
One of us.
I'm not gonna say who.
Yeah. Protect the innocent. We will not reveal the identity of the one of us that messed up.
In that person's defense, though, There wasn't like a great stopping point around that time, and then it just
That's
kind of
true.
flowed onward.
Honorable mentions must flow.
Mm-hmm. So we're coming up near 45 minutes. And I'm just sitting in the lobby here.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I think we can wrap it up.
Yep.
All right.
That's our top fives. Thanks for watching. And let us know in the comments below what your top 5 favorite shows are. And if you want to know what our top 5 favorite movies are, tune in next week, because that's the plan.